The package of information sent to you on the College Debt-Free Graduation Program and associated programs has, at its beginning, a matrix that announces the what, where, when, how, and the why of the program. When you open the form, you will see sample data. When you enter your data, it will replace the existing sample data. Where boxes are checked that are not applicable to you, just uncheck the box. This form may be emailed to Shade CI twice. First, to acknowledge your interest in the program. Second, to confirm your acceptance into the program. If this video runs too fast for you to keep up with each direction, you may pause the video after each direction until you have completed the subject entry. Note, some of the slides that contain narrative paragraphs do not contain the full text of the paragraph. The intent of the slide is to show the order of position of the information. The viewer must go to the actual statement of interest, attached to this email, to view the entire content of the applicable paragraphs. Subsequent to the matrix, the package contains 12 links highlighted in yellow, which you should review prior to completing the SOI. In order to complete the SOI with ease, you need to view link number 4 prior to attempting the completion of the SOI. It will reveal some of the shortcuts and gathering the simple information needed for a correct completion. You may want to complete the SOI while simultaneously viewing the SOI completion directions. Those links can be found at the bottom of the text located at Post 2000 on our Facebook page and at the end of the SOI last data entry. There are 75 other links you may view that deal with incidents of display of implicit biases. We suggest you view about 5 to 6 links a day while you wait for your first acceptance into the program. Beyond this point is a thumbnail outline of how the program works relative to participants reaping the benefits of the College Debt-Free Graduation Program, also known as the CDFG program. You will find that outline information in link number 1. This all leads to answering the question, how do I graduate college debt-free using the CDFG program? The answer lies within the contents of this email. All you need to do, after you have reviewed the 12 yellow highlighted links, is fill out the statement of interest and email it back to us, while following the directions listed below along with the samples of the completed answers shown in the samples seen here, starting with boxes 1A through 1F. The statement of interest, aka SOI, is a preface form provided to college students, high school students, and grammar school students' parents, and each of those friends and family members. Its intent is to be used to determine the interest in programs designed to eliminate college students' loan debt and to quell the growing impact of ethnic and racial implicit biases. As such, the first overall effort of this survey does not guarantee the award of the indicated College Debt-Free Graduation Awards unless and until Shade CI reaches its targeted audience levels. Having said that, because of the large numbers of students with high student loan debt or potential high amounts of student loan debt, our efforts to connect 150 million college students, parents of high school and grammar school students, including the teaching community, and the high public outcry against racially aggressive speech and behaviors, we believe that the response to the CDFG program will be in the millions. Having achieved that goal will prompt the acceptance of recipients into the program. The purpose here is to help in the completion of the no-obligation SOI with little difficulty and much ease. First, note that the format of this form is twofold. The entry cells are in two parts, top and bottom. The top part of the cell is the label part with text and green highlight. The bottom part is for entry of the applicable data. Note, in the boxes with down arrow format, place your cursor in the box until you see the arrow, then click on the box. The placement may not be exactly on the down arrow to allow for data selection. If, after you have reviewed all the information in this email, in particular the 12 links within this email subsequent to the matrix, you are ready to commit to enjoy a free subscription to the series of Overcoming American Ethnic and Racial Implicit Biases, you can click the applicable box or boxes in the top box labeled 1A, 1B, and 1D. You will be placed in a special category, which entitles you to special incentive loyalty rewards. If you prefer to wait until Shade CI reaches its first milestone of 142,858 SOIs submitted by students and/or students under 18 years old, along with their parents, click on boxes 1A, 1C, and 1D. Then start with box 1G and enter today's date in 6 digits format. Then go to the data entry part of box 2A, enter student's email address. In box 2B, enter student's first name and middle initial. In box 2C, enter student's last name. In box 2D, enter student's age. In box 2E, click the down arrow and select student's class. In box 2F, click the down arrow and select the student's expected college graduation date. In box 3A, enter the student's on or near campus address. In box 3B, enter student's city. In box 3C, enter student's phone number including area code. In box 3D, click the down arrow and select the two-letter state abbreviation of student's on or near campus state. In box 3E, enter the applicable zip code. In box 3F, click the down arrow and select the applicable time zone of the student's near or on-campus address. Notice that the list of schools in box 4A, disregarding the assigned prefix identification number, is in alphabetical order to accelerate the effort of finding and selecting your school. In box 4A, click the down arrow and page down until you find your school and select the student's school. In box 4B, enter the student's school city. In box 4C, click the down arrow and select your viewer type. In box 4D, click the down arrow and select the two-digit state abbreviation. In box 4E, enter the school zip code. In box 4F, enter the student's school phone number. The next several entries, at first blush, may appear to be intrusive. However, these answers will help you in planning and accounting for your future successes. A link in the email text of this email, that will be explained in a moment, contains an example of a budget prepared for college students looking ahead to costs after graduation. You can use this example to prepare your own budget. In box 5A, enter the school contact person. This name would usually be the name of the financial aid officer or the school president. In box 5B, enter your projected student loan balance at the end of your college education. If you are planning to enroll in graduate school, medical school, or law school, after graduation from your undergraduate school, include the additional student's loan accumulation in your loan balance box. You may be able to become a role model under a few conditions and be able to graduate debt-free from your medical school, law school, or graduate school. In box 5C, enter the projected monthly payment on your student's loan. If your student's loan is set up for quarterly payments, divide the payment by 3 and enter the results as a monthly payment. In box 5D, enter the term on the loan. For example, if the student's loan runs a term of 20 years, enter 20. In box 5E, enter your projected monthly basic living cost post-graduation. This item should include monthly rent, utilities costs, groceries, and car payments and maintenance, travel cost portal to portal, parking costs and clothing costs including upkeep, and costs of meals taken during lunch periods during the workday. You'll find a list of rental housing in link 38. You'll also find a mock schedule of basic living costs and other costs in the below link https://online.flftml5.com/wlvxo/lme/question mark 164877724. In box 5F, enter your projected post-graduation other costs. This item should include meals eaten not on the weekend and evenings not included in the amount of meals taken during working hours. It should also include costs of hobbies, birthday parties, holiday gifts, and cost of other entertainment. If you are not able to find your school in box 4A, you may access the list of schools, which will be in alphabetical order, on our Facebook page at Post 3000 and copy and paste your school ID and school name in box 6A. If you have located your school in box 4A, leave box 6A blank. In box 6B, enter students' expected annual gross salary after graduation. You can find a national occupational salary list at link 37. In box 6C, enter the total annual withholding taxes and other withholding items. This item is usually computed at approximately 20% of the salary. In box 6D, enter the number of viewers who will be watching the series of videos on the same device. In box 6E, enter student's birth date in 6-digit format. In box 6F, enter a PIN consisting of first letter of primary viewer's first name and first letter of primary viewer's last name and 4 number digits, which you make up. Use this PIN each time you submit a survey after you have viewed an episode. You will be issued an additional PIN to claim your accumulated credit to pay off or pay down your student loan, whichever is applicable. You will want to hold that second PIN in confidence. In box 7A, enter the prefix school ID number found in box 4A. Your PIN number should automatically appear in box 7B. In box 7C, enter the prefix number that precedes your expected graduation date found in box 2F. The student's age should automatically appear in box 7D. In the right-hand side of box 7D, enter the prefix of viewer type found in box 4C. The student's birth date should automatically appear in box 7E. If you are a group leader, click the down arrow and select the type of group leader you are. Today's date should automatically appear in box 8A and your class prefix should automatically appear in box 8B. Also, the viewer type prefix will appear in box 8B if you are a group leader, for example, school president or principal or other school official or other group leader. Check the yes box in box 8C, otherwise, check the no box. In box 8D, click the down arrow and select in your country of residence. For example, the United States of America is number 187. If you wish to receive access to the CDFG school directory and are qualified to receive the directory, check the yes box in box 8F, otherwise check the no box in box 8F. The following table depicts the pricing schedule for the CDFG directory, 2 to 4 week access, as you get further away from the introduction date. If you wish to acquire access to the CDFG directory by paying the low price of $19.95, check the box in box 9B. If you are planning to attend graduate school, law school, or medical school after graduation from undergraduate school, check the box in box 9E. Your viewer ID number should automatically appear in the 7 boxes below where indicated. Beginning next to your viewer ID number are the 6 boxes for your selected panel members. Remember to check with the people you select as your panel members and get their consent to be a selected panel member, who will enter into short opinion rendering the discussions after each episode. Then click the first box to select how the panel member is related to you. Then enter the panel member's name and email address. The email address is only used to send the SOI for members' signature, online movies, and sponsor coupons to the panel members. Next is the statement of opt-in. This box must be signed with your electronic signature in order for us to communicate with you by email. In order to get your electronic signature on the document, for Mac users, to get your signature in your Mac, 1. First sign your name on a blank sheet of paper clearly. 2. Then go to Tools. 3. Then go to Annotate. 4. Then go to bottom of list for signature. 5. Then go to Create Signature. 6. When the camera comes on, hold the page up to the camera so that the signature is above the line on the visual on your screen. 7. When the signature appears on the screen, the process is complete. Position your cursor where you want to sign the document. Then 1. Go to Tools. Then go to 2. Annotate. Then go to the bottom of list to 3. Signature. Then click on the 4. Signature you desire. 5. Then position the signature in the document. And 6. Then reduce the size of the signature by clicking on the outside dot and holding the mouse button down to move the signature to the size that fits the document. 7. Repeat these steps for each place you need a signature. You should now have your signature on the document. On a PC, there are as many as 5 signatures needed on the SOI. If a parent is also signing for a viewer who is under 18 years old for a PC Windows 11.1, open the PDF document or form that you want to sign. In the form mode. 2. Add digital signature. 3. I want to create a new digital ID. 4. Take a photo of it with cell phone and upload it on the computer. 5. Where do you want to store your signature? B. Windows Certificate Store. A. PKCS number. 12. Digital ID file. 6. Fill out name and email address. 7. Click Finish. 8. Message. Sign documents with name and email address. 9. Appearance. Standard style or create new style. Choose Create New Style. 10. Go to Graphic Configuration. 11. Import graphic. 12. Locate photo of signature. 13. Put the signature on PDF. 14. Save it and send it as an attachment. If you are a teacher, principal, or group leader desiring the year-round free access to the CDFG directory, you need to recommend 24 viewers to the program. The next set of 24 boxes need to be filled in with the information on those people. The primary viewer must be 18 years old or older. The primary viewers can be the parents of your students. Be sure to get their consent before you list them on your SOI. The next box is the opt-in to sponsors. This is used so that you can receive discount coupons or free items from our sponsors. You need to sign the lines in this box to receive coupons from our sponsors. The last box to complete is the yellow highlighted box. Please check one of the 4 options to let us know how easy it was or hard it was to complete your SOI. Then save the SOI to your desktop for use to send the second time when you are accepted into the program to confirm your acceptance. There are as many as 5 signatures needed on the SOI if a parent is also signing for a viewer who is under 18 years old. You should keep a copy of this SOI for future reference. The last steps to complete the signature lines on the 2 opt-in paragraphs below the SOI form. If you wish to have access to the college debt-free graduation directory of up to 7,120 colleges, community colleges, and trade schools, which includes those schools where you can have availability of those schools that can give you the best opportunity of graduating college debt-free for the student's younger siblings or friends and other family members. You need to send your completed SOI to larry.j@overcomingimplicitbiases.com with boxes 1F, 9B or 9E check marked as soon as possible. If you have completed all the entries in this form, you are on your way to realizing a college debt-free graduation and enjoying a very entertaining series of performances that highlight ethnic and racial biases, as well as successfully overcoming those biases using proven strategies that guide you to the high road. Remember, if you want 2 to 4 week access to the CDFG directory for your family members at a large discount, you need to indicate that in box 1F, 8F and box 9B if applicable. If you are seeking debt-free graduation from post-undergraduate schools, check box 9E and review the options in the SOI next to and subsequent to the viewer ID number. If you requested the CDFG directory, the following will occur. Subsequent to sending your SOI, you will receive an email from our distributor for the Americas, Mauricio Jackson. This email will contain your order form with the applicable price for your CDFG directory access according to your request date relative to the introduction date. Complete the order form and your directory access will be delivered within 2 to 5 days depending on the volume of orders. Then email your completed SOI to the email address in the yellow highlighted box as an attachment before the deadline date. You will need to send a copy of your SOI to each of your panel members. However, before you do that, you need to enter the name and email addresses in boxes 2A and 2B of each of the respective copies for each panel members. Then you should have 6 copies of your SOI. Then on each copy you will need to select the appropriate viewer type in box 4C for each panel member. On the respective SOI in box 7D in the right-hand box, enter the prefix of the viewer type in box 4C. Then save each copy with the name of your panel member and email it to your respective panel member. Now all the panel members will need to do is sign the opt-in box and the opt-in sponsors box and email it to Shade CI. Now you and your panel members will have the same viewer ID number except for the last set of digits. This email is initially being sent to contacts of approximately 50 million viewers on a structured basis. Each tranche of recipients of this package will have 14 days after the receipt of this email to email back the SOI to remain qualified for the current state of benefits. The quantity of benefits will be reduced for potential viewers seeking admittance to the program as we reach any one of our milestones. We at Shade CI will publish, on a weekly basis, starting approximately 2 weeks after the first 14-day period, on Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, a viewer acceptance list on our Facebook page as Post 1000. The list will include the accepted viewer's first name and middle initial, and viewer ID without the PIN number. This list will be in alphabetical order. When you see your name and ID number, that is your cue to send in your second submit of your SOI to confirm your acceptance into the program. If we do not receive your confirmation of your acceptance into the program by the allotted time, unfortunately, your spot may be given to another viewer. We encourage you to act expeditiously as we may receive responses that may limit our audience size. We will be happy to accept your statement of interest as we welcome your student's body and/or the student's body you support to the effort of overcoming American ethnic and racial implicit biases while simultaneously preparing to graduate college debt-free. If you have any points of clarification that you need answers to that are not contained in the comprehensive email or in the SOI and the links at the end of the SOI, you should contact the Answer Man by sending an email with the subject line Answer Man to larry.j@overcomingimplicitbiases.com, and we will get back to you with the location where that question is answered or provide you with the answer to that question. These directions will also appear on our Facebook page in written form at post 2000 https://www.facebook.com/American Racial Question Mark Freckles NF. I'm Larry Jackson, the writer-producer of Overcoming American Ethnic and Racial Implicit Biases. The program also includes the after-school tutorial and care program, also known as the ASTAC program, designed to assist grammar school at-risk, latchkey students accomplish successes that allow for future successes in college enrollment. All of this is, at no cost to students borrowers, encompassed by our broadcast series of productions known as Overcoming American Ethnic and Racial Implicit Biases. The first series of productions presented to diminish the impact of ethnic and racial implicit biases against people of color and other minority groups. The cast and crew thank you, in advance, for your welcome participation in the easiest and smartest way to participate in the benefits of the college debt-free graduation program via the Overcoming American Ethnic and Racial Implicit Biases program, and enjoy the smartest way to pay for your college education without having student loan debt after graduation. Finally, the text of this message will be posted at post 2000 on our Facebook page, https://www.facebook.com/American Racial. Best regards, Lawrence F. Jackson, Overcoming Implicit Biases, Executive Producer.